the world is run in this way. This whole visible world is run in this way. And there are people at the top who are controlling the whole society and the world at large. Specifically the government, which is just governing the mind. Government is governing the mind. And then the other beings who are part of the other secret societies and other societies, other communities, which are taking care of the whole finance part of the world. And then the education that each one should get in this reality, that is another thing. So these all things are like controlled in this world, and apart from that, even the spirituality is controlled. The spirituality that you see today in the world is completely like a controlled spirituality, and the beings are not at all speaking about it, and they will never speak about it, and there are reasons for it. The most important things that each one should know in this reality is that the earthly plane is like a very new plane. It's not very old reality. As it's been like told to the whole world, it's the idea which is spread around the world that it's like millions of years old society, the million-year-old world or plane. It's not like that. And this society came into existence when they were like already Rakshas, Daitya, Danav, Asur, and the Devatas. So they were already there. So once they were all there already, and there was a tug of war, which is called Devasur Sangram. After the tug of war, the whole society was already divided into two, and there was always a tug of war, which we know as the Sagar Manthan, Samudra Manthan. Samudra Manthan happened at the place where Meru is. Nilkant Parvat is the place where Shiv drank the halahal poison. And then after both the parties, the Devatas and the Rakshas, the Asur and the Devatas, they churned the whole ocean out of which this world came, this earth plane came out, and sea just went towards the outside. And the whole battle was just for Amrit, Som, Madhu. I've been speaking about it from a very long time now, and I would suggest each one of you to go through the videos which are already there on YouTube, although there are many videos which are already censored, and there are not many videos which are available now. They are censored by YouTube because YouTube also is like a controlled media, and they don't want the truth to come out to the beings, so that they'll not get become aware of how this whole organizational structure works, how they have organized the whole society. So they don't want anyone to know about it. So all of you can go through those links, those videos which are already there on YouTube, Facebook. That is a help that you can do for yourself. It is not for anyone else. It is your own help to know the truth of this land, of this reality. Because slowly and steadily only you can reach to those ends of this reality which are not there, known to everyone. But one can actually access those ends of this reality. And my whole endeavor is, my whole work on this land as an officer on duty is to bring those things out. That's it. I don't have any work, I don't have any business, I don't have any other job, I have nothing. And that's the only thing I'm here for. And I will continue doing it till the time I'm breathing in the body. So the societies which are controlled, first of all, include the governments, the countries that we have, the financial system, the healthcare system, the education system, what education that is to be given to you, to your kids, so that you only get to know the things they want you to know, not beyond that. The wrong models of the cosmology, the wrong models of geography, the false education which has been injected in this society in the last 2 centuries specifically, and then the modifications of the scriptures and the wrong translations which are provided to the world today. And if in case anyone gets a chance to know the truths, that what exactly this world is all about and how this whole society works, let me tell you, they fall into the hands of the wrong people. They fall into the hands of the organizations which are completely controlled. Any organization that you speak about, they're completely controlled. They're all controlled in such a way that they will never speak the truth. They will never speak the things which can help you exit this reality, which will help you to get out of this plane. They'll not speak about it, because there are societies like the Kingdom, the United Nations. There are people who are working in the Freemasonry, Illuminati, Rothschild, the all big pharma companies. They're all together in this. They don't want you to grow your own food. They don't want you to breathe free. They want you to have a diseased life, enslaved life. And they don't want you to be knowing the whole truth of this land, of this visible reality. And that is why they spread all these spiritual lies and the generalized philosophical statements that everyone is God, God is in everyone, everyone is divine, so that you don't differentiate who is who, so that you don't reach on to the point where you can actually know that who are Kshar and Akshar, who are organic and inorganic beings in this reality, who are real and the artificial beings. And they have conditioned and trained the beings in this reality to that extent that even you call the artificial as the intelligence. You call the artificial as the real. And you want to run into like mental things, in the mental construct, in the experiences and reaching nowhere. Not all will get to know the truth, because not all are spirits. Not all the beings have the spirit seed. Not all will exit the matrix, because not all will going to push themselves, discipline themselves, and train themselves in a way that they can exit this plane. The secret societies, they had been functional from a very long time on this plane, not today, from a very long time. And this whole decline of the human consciousness has happened in the last 500 years. Specifically in the post-Guru Nanak era. When Guru Nanak was there, it was still allowing people to speak up. But later on, everything was badly controlled. And as I've always said, that there was a time on earth that the whole knowledge band, the whole knowledge base is deleted from Sanskrit reading beings to the beings who are just educated to first class or second class. So the whole in-between generation is deleted, the whole knowledge base is deleted. Just like the database, the knowledge base is completely deleted from the human consciousness. And so are the activities happening in the world even today. And that was the thing which I sensed in 2019, that all this is going to happen to the human beings, and this whole human civilization is going to end up in a very poor way, in an artificial way, if the beings don't wake up today and they don't realize what is happening now in this reality. and if they don't take charge of what they should do, and specifically of their own life, because ultimately what matters is the individual life, individual decision. It is not at all about two people taking the same decision or two people coming together and speaking up. It's not about that. It is just about the individual life, because you're born as a being individually. You leave the body individually. There's no group thing. And in between this whole society, they give you a group thing, that it's all together, nationality, patriotism, community, and everything. It's all just to keep you distracted and just not to allow you to have your own decisions, own decisive power. So these societies had been working in this reality, the reality which is a simulation. It is a dream construct that you are projected inside, and this dream construct can only end the moment you wake up. That is why it is called awakening, and it is absolutely required for each spirit to wake up. Until you wake up, this dream doesn't end, because these societies, they don't want you to realize the fact that you are inside a dream construct, inside a simulation which is completely controlled. And by making this reality as an experience to you, they are trying to enslave you for eternity in this dream construct, by giving you allurements, by giving you fake ego, by puffing up your ego with a lot of tags and positions and false sense of belongingness to the things and beings, and then at the same time the fake knowingness, which has not helped even a single being in this reality so far. And specifically in the last 100 years, whatever knowingness of spirituality is there, it can be completely washed away, rubbed aside, brushed aside, because it has not helped anyone than just giving the beings an illusion of the experiences, which is completely a mental construct. Until you don't realize that what exactly is trapping you, and who are these beings who are trying to test you, put you onto that pedestal, and then at the same time giving you false aims, goals, and purposes of life, giving you allurements of fake money, fake power, position, fame, and then two, you are not leading anywhere, and they are still keeping you enslaved, because they have controlled you to the point that you can't even choose to have your own food in your own hands. Only paper has become the owner of beings. The paper currency has become the lord of the beings, not the real things that you're here for, and to know what exactly this reality. And that has led the whole humanity to suffering, to pain, to sorrow, disease, grief. And not knowing even what this body is for and what exactly they should use this body for, so that they can actually get themselves out of this dream construct. The senses are so manipulated that you think the food is real, you think the taste, the sensory perceptions are very real. Whatever you're doing is real, and it's not going to lead anyone anywhere. That's what these secret societies, these controllers, they want, the authorities want. And they have modified the DNA code of the beings to that extent in the first phase that the beings have to now really wake up before they boost the effect of that modification. So the DNA code which is there embedded in each one of you, inside each spirit, because I'm just conveying my sound, my deliveries, my prophecies, my declarations only to the spirits and to the sincere spirits who really want to work on their self, not to the shoppers or who are just hopping here and there. It's not meant for them. It's only for the sincere spirits who want to discipline their self and they're really willing to work upon their self. The code that is there inside you is something which has to be upgraded. And that can only be upgraded if you change your sound today. The sound that you produce from your mouth. If you change your actions today. If you change your lifestyle today. And until your code is upgraded, your code is not enhanced, you cannot stop this loop to keep projecting you here in this reality time and again. You will continue to experience time. You will continue to project yourself again and again in this hell, on this plain earth. And this loop will not stop. And that is what these societies want. The medias that you use, like the social media specifically, where you book your face, the YouTube or any other platforms that you use, they are just kept there to keep you booked in a way so that you don't pick up the signals, the signs of this reality. What exactly this reality is signaling you, what this reality is putting in front of you to pick up the signs, because you're so distracted by the videos, the things which are viral, things which are like very popular. You're numbed by the numbers of likes, the number of views, and etc., etc. So many things, and you cannot pick up the signals at all. You cannot pick up the signs of this matrix which are just around you, and these signs can help you know what exactly is coming up. And that is actually the sensory distraction, and that sensory distraction cannot stop there, because the sensory distraction itself is the test. It's a challenge which is put onto beings so that if a being is wise, like a swan, to choose what is required for the being, or the being can continue living in the same sensory distractions and just considering this reality to be like real. There are not many beings in this reality who will decipher these things for the spirits. Tough will be the tests, because to rescue it requires a real giver. To rescue the spirits, it requires a real true man. It requires a Superman. not only natural, but with the supernatural powers. And then still standing firm on the path whatsoever. The choice lies in the hands of the beings, because the change is humongous. It's an oceanic change which is coming in front of the beings on earth, dependent upon the choices that each spirit makes. And the choices will be from day to day. For what you speak, what you think, what you act as, what you eat, how you behave. These are the basics of life, basics of the earthly life. These societies are there to keep you into that loop of time, so that you don't break the loop, so that you don't break through. The controllers are only working on that goal, but at the same time they don't leave the discipline, because they both come from the same power, and they also gain their power with the same discipline which is required for a spirit, for a devata, for a light being. As the scriptures also mention these things very clearly, that how beings, whether the asur or the devata, with penance, they received the boons, the powers. But a wise being knows how to utilize the power, whereas the unwise doesn't know how to utilize it. And that's what is the test in front of the beings right now in this reality on earth. Whether you know how to use the things which are available to you as facility, as a resource, to establish yourself in the Satya, pure, or you continue to jump between the three gun, from Sat to Raj to Tam. So the beings have to work really wise, because the upcoming earth, the choice for the upcoming earth lies in the hands of being, because the end times, the bigger reset is happening in this reality, which means the choice will be completely in the hands of the beings, whether to play the whole game for thousands of years again, or to escape the matrix. The end time is a golden opportunity in front of the beings. To escape the matrix, to break through at this point, before it is reset to the original settings of Sat. That's what beings have to choose. This dream construct will continue to project each spirit here back and forth for n number of years, because it is being's own choice. The choice remains in the hands of the beings to either learn, change, and break through, or to continue establishing in the knowingness that the beings think they have, with no change, and then continue to repeat the cycle of time, the cycle of birth. So that's what beings must know. The role of the societies, the controllers, and how beings can break through just with the discipline. It is because all about the individual choices, the individual decisions, not at all about group or community or country or the whole human civilization. It's just about you. That's what each